Brilliant from Sam Matface. I will correct him at the end when he said there's been too much investment in VAR. There's been too much money wasted on VAR. You and I are not fans. I don't want to go over that. For years I've been saying it won't work. June 2019 I said VAR will make football less enjoyable. That's been proved correct. October 2019 there was a big call for refs to go and view monitors. I said don't start thinking VAR will be brilliant and flawless when they start viewing monitors. Correct. February 2020, VAR was booed off at half-time. It's been utterly useless, and I don't buy into this, it's great on the continent or it's great in other sports. We just don't need it. Take it away. Referees are never going to say we don't need it because they get paid more money. They're going to sit in a box making rubbish decisions, so they're making more money out of it. So they need to be brought into line. Somebody needs to be above them and say, no, you're useless at it, so what we're going to do is go back to what we used to do. I do fear that won't happen, but... one call there was for ex-pros to be involved. So if an ex-pro like Graeme Souness was involved, then Jared Bowen had been penalised for that foul.
Well, he's the only one I've heard, and I think Graham's done that to be contentious. If he really believes that, then his eyesight's going.
You reckon?
He's been on the red wine. Yeah.
Is it not a valid point of view?
He's done it to be contentious and go against the masses. It's nonsense. Anyone knows who plays football. It's not a foul. And why he said that, God only knows. He's just trying to get a reaction. Everyone I've spoke to, everybody, bar none, has said it's ridiculous, as was the Newcastle one.
We'll talk about how you improve VAR, where we go from here with it. But were any of those, all of those, the McAllister one, they say offside is offside, but in that instance, the fellow who was offside doesn't touch the ball. And so, therefore, does he really interfere with it? Do you really need to chalk it? Forget about how good that goal is, and it's brilliant.
But even the offsides with the freeze frames and how many per second it makes, and when you press it on the screen at Stockley Park, and when you draw the lines, and who draws the lines, it's not perfect.
No.
It's not bad, but it's not perfect. I mean, the new technology might help. I think we're trialing that in the Champions League, aren't we? The semi-automatic, VAR offside stuff. I'm Piers Morgan. I'm with him. Look, does it do more good than bad? Is ultimately the question here. It's very simple. It does more damage than good. So I heard Simon talking about, the things it's got right and nobody talks about those. And it's like, well, it should get some right. Of course it should, and of course it will. But it's getting too many wrong and spoiling too many spectacle, too many games, and it's taken away too many goals. And most importantly, and the point I've said from day one, which I know you agree with, the reason I loved going to football, my old man as a kid, was for those euphoric moments when a goal is scored. And I tell you what, Aid, when I played football, that feeling of scoring a goal is the best feeling. Can't even describe it's that good. Those moments are being stolen from players. You see it. Who was it celebrated? I mean, there was lots, wasn't there? There was lots of celebrations. And then, Cody was a great example.
Conor Cody was a brilliant example.
He was off, to be fair. But they are... normally, what used to happen is you look, and if the flag's down, you know it's a goal. I hate it with a passion. And I think Sam Matface is right. I don't think we're going to get rid of it, but I wish we bloody would.
Yeah, me too. It hurts me to agree with that. I don't think we are going to get rid of it. I would love to go back to how it was. But
the problem... Sorry, just while you would interject. On the ex-pros, which I mentioned the other day on Match of the Day, saying, let's get some ex-players...
Hang on, can we do that in a second?
Yeah?
Yeah, we've got time. We're going to be talking about this through after the break as well. So we'll get into how we can... If we are to keep it, and I'm with you, Danny, I wish we could get rid of it tomorrow. Football was brilliant before it. It's not made it any better. If anything, it's made us worse. I think it's made referees... a little bit reluctant to give decisions because they then think, well, if I haven't got that right, then VAR will, and then every so often there's a decision they make where they shouldn't blow the whistle before I don't know. It's made a whole mess of the whole situation. I genuinely didn't think referees were that bad. Yeah, they made mistakes, but were they that bad? We'll talk about where we go with this in just a moment.